The Nobel Peace Prize, A Legacy of Peace and the Journey of Nelson Mandela. Introduction, defining the prize. The Nobel Peace Prize is one of the most prestigious international awards bestowed annually. Established by the will of the Swedish inventor and industrialist Alfred Nobel, it was first awarded in 1901. Unlike the other Nobel Prizes, physics, chemistry, medicine, and literature, which are awarded in Stockholm, Sweden, the Peace Prize is awarded in Oslo, Norway. The prize is dedicated to individuals or organizations that have done the most or the best work for fraternity between nations, for the abolition or reduction of standing armies, and for the holding and promotion of peace congresses. Over the last century, many influential figures have received this honor, but few are as iconic as the South African leader, Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, the icon of resistance. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, 1918 to 2013, was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, and philanthropist. He is best known globally as a symbol of resistance against institutionalized racism and injustice. Mandela served as the president of the African National Congress, ANC, and dedicated his life to fighting the apartheid system, a brutal system of racial segregation enforced by the white minority government in South Africa. Because of his activism, he was arrested and imprisoned for 27 years, becoming the world's most famous political prisoner. Despite his long incarceration, he emerged not with a heart full of revenge, but with a vision of reconciliation. The path to the 1993 Nobel Peace Prize. Nelson Mandela was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. However, he did not win it alone. He shared the award with the man who was his political opponent, F.W. de Klerk, the then state president of South Africa. Why he won. The Norwegian Nobel Committee selected Mandela for the award for two main reasons: peaceful termination of apartheid, for his work in dismantling the system of racial segregation without dragging the country into a bloody civil war. Democratic foundations, for laying the groundwork for a new, democratic South Africa where all citizens, regardless of color, had the right to vote. Mandela's journey to the prize was defined by his ability to negotiate with his oppressors. Upon his release from prison in 1990, rather than calling for war, he engaged in difficult talks to ensure a peaceful transition of power. This leadership led to the first multiracial elections in 1994, where he became South Africa's first black head of state. Conclusion: the Algerian context. While the Nobel Peace Prize has been awarded to various global figures, no Algerian citizen has won the prize to date. However, Algeria has had a presence in the discussions surrounding the award. Notably, former President Abdelaziz Bouteflika was widely considered a strong candidate and nominee for the prize. His nomination was largely discussed in the context of his role in the Civil Concord and the Charter for Peace and National Reconciliation, which helped end the devastating Black Decade civil war in Algeria. Additionally, his diplomatic efforts in mediating conflicts between other African nations, such as Ethiopia and Eritrea, were cited as reasons for his candidacy. Despite these efforts, the prize was never awarded to him.